Hey everybody, welcome to another video review by CigarFellas.com. My name is Moose. I'm here today with my friend Roman, or Trident on some of the forums out there. And today we're actually here at Cigar Factory Outlet in Sterling Heights, Michigan. We're going to be doing a video review of the L40 in preparation for the Jonathan Drew event happening today, starting at 5 o'clock. We decided to do the L40 just because, well, quite frankly, I don't have one on my site yet. So, Roman?
Well, I mean, to start off, the cigar actually looks really nice. Great construction to it. Maybe a little veiny, but it's nice dark wrapper. You know, nice cap on it, nice solid construction. If you guys haven't heard, the L40 is one of the unique series that Liga Privada puts out. It's a little limited, it's hard to find, but if you can get your hands on them, they're wonderful. So, you know, we'll tell you all about them in a second.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely ready to cut this thing and get to smoking. Hopefully, I see you have your Cigar. Thank God. So,
Yep, I use my Cigar X1 cutter, pretty much for my standard cuts. I'll give it to him first. I actually toast my cigar a little bit before I cut it. Maybe just a little bit of ritual of mine, but it's something that you can or cannot do. It's something I learned from one of the older cigar smokers. So I'm just going to go ahead and toast it while he's cutting his a little bit. I mean, it's already starting off with a great solid burn. Both these cigars actually have maybe about a year on them or so. Have been sitting in the humidor that I have. Roughly at 68 degrees and 65%, so.
Yeah, one thing I love about Ligas, man, they smoke like crazy. And I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if it's a nostalgia thing for me, but I definitely love the tons and tons of smoke here. I am lighting this with a single flame Bugatti lighter.
It's bad. Yeah, it's real bad.
I'm going to use my soft flame that I normally do the light with.
Yeah, I hope I didn't do that wrong, Herf and Turf. Sorry, I had to throw that out there, buddy.
So already once it's lit, got a nice pre-draw smoke, great draw through the entire cigar. Like Brent said, it does smoke a lot even if you're not toking it. It's putting out quite a bit of smoke. But the flavors are initially a little bit of pepper to start and some good spice. Great pre-draw just on the light.
Yeah, I definitely love the retro hail on these L40s. Very smooth. You know, like Roman said, definitely a little bit of pepper, a little bit of spice. Nothing heavy. Definitely not like a number 9 or something like that, or even a Feral Big for that matter. I mean, definitely not like that at all. Very smooth and warm. Definitely easy to retro hail with. I've not always been a big fan of Lanceros. However, I definitely have changed my my outlook on these over the last year. But very good draw. The draw on this thing is just spectacular.
It's phenomenal. The light is, even the ash already starting to even itself out nicely. Nice gray start. Even just on the initial puff. With the pepper and the spice sort of mellowing out already. With some nice hints of cedar going on right now. I mean, it's just nice, solid, smooth draw.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great cigar.
You know, one thing I've always liked about Ligas is they have a tendency to almost curl in when they're burning. You know, it's almost like the edges are round, like it's crunching it inside of itself. And I've always found that really interesting. And I'm sure it has to do with the wrapper. These things are generally so thick and oily that we get that great enjoyment. But let us smoke through a little bit of this. We'll be back after our first third with some more of this L40. Hey everybody, welcome back. So here we are about a third of the way through our L40s. And to me, This is probably one of the lightest Ligas that I've ever smoked. And I mean, ironically, I guess, technically, I think there may be one or two that I've never smoked, but out of the entire group, this is probably the lightest one. I get a lot of like creamy flavors in this. My retro hail is definitely more woodsy. I think you were making a comment earlier about kind of cedary.
Right, yeah, the retro hail that I get sort of reminds me of the smell when I open up my humidor and you have that like that initial smell that you get out of your humidor. It's just this great Spanish cedar type smell, and you know, it's just very iconic of what, you know, cigars actually taste like, or collecting cigars feels like, and things like that. So, you know, you open up your humidor and you get that wonderful smell of cedar, and that's what the retro hail is for me. But like you said, it's definitely creamy and smooth. It coats your tongue nicely, your entire palate, and you know, just like I said, I mean, look at all the smoke that it puts out. You guys may not be able to see that, but it really hasn't stopped smoking.
No, it's typical Liga. I mean, you can see that. I mean, it's just billowing smoke. I actually get a little bit of earth tones from this. I would say it's definitely more on the minerally, you know, kind of mellow side. Not so much. I'm not getting a lot of spice any longer, but
no, the spice, like I said, is for the most part completely mellowed out and fairly woodsy, like you were saying. I don't really get a lot of the earth tones like you do, but maybe a little hint of dark chocolate in there, but you know, for the most part, it's just very smooth, and woodsy is a good description of it. You know, cedary and stuff is what I get for the most part out of it. So.
And I would definitely say that I definitely get chocolatey notes, and sometimes those can actually, for me anyway, almost remind me of earthy tones, just because, you know, it's not your typical chocolate. We're not talking about eating a Hershey bar. We're talking about dark chocolate. We're talking about that you know, almost like getting like a mocha from, you know, like Starbucks or somebody. It's, you know, it's not always really super sweet. You almost just get the subtle hints of that chocolate, which you know, in turn can be described other ways, I suppose. But yeah, I would definitely agree with that. The draw on this thing has remained amazing. I only had to touch it up one time. We are in a brick and mortar, and the fans are moving a lot of air, so I have a feeling that the way I was sitting, you know, just like if you're driving down the road in your car, you know, sometimes you get, you know, half of your cigar kind of wants to stop burning, and just the other side where it's getting hit by the wind. But yeah, all in all, man, what a wonderful stick. Very easy going. I wish that I had a cup of coffee, honestly, because I feel like this would be an awesome breakfast cigar. I really feel like sitting overlooking the, you know, the woods or whatever, wherever you may live, out on your porch, just relaxing with a nice cup of coffee and an L40 would just be spectacular. My hat's off, definitely, man. JD, Saka, man, you guys all knocked this one straight out of the park, no doubt about it. This is an amazing cigar. I wish I had an endless supply of them, because it would be my breakfast cigar, no doubt about it.
Right. I mean, I haven't actually touched mine up. I have a razor burn completely on mine all the way around. Great draw, great burn, great construction, and you know, there's, like I said, maybe a little bit of veiny, but for the most part, the construction's spot on. It just, you know, burns completely through all the way around. It's got a perfect balance of the wrapper flavor along with the binder and the fillers right now. Is, you know, no harshness to it at all. Very smooth.
Very smooth. Very, very smooth. So let's go ahead and we'll smoke down to, I don't know, an inch away from the band or so. We'll be back with more of this L40. Hey everybody, welcome back. So here we are. We're at about our last third of this L40, and you know, one thing that has gotten the one change that I've really gotten is the creaminess of this cigar. It is so incredibly creamy and light that I don't really have anything to compare it with. Honestly, I would say the closest thing I've ever smoked this creamy would be like a Navajo. I mean, in my opinion. I mean, I can't even recall the last time I smoked something this creamy. I'm still getting the woodsy retro hail. Spice is still pretty much non-existent for me. And what are you getting out of that?
You know, like I said, the creaminess is still there, but it almost tastes like a very light. One of those like store-bought creamers has a little mocha flavor to it. Sort of put that in your cup of coffee. That's sort of the hints that I get that are the underlying tone of this cigar. It's just very smooth and creamy, like a sweet coffee creamer, but more so like the mocha coffee creamer that you could put in any cup of coffee that you could get, one of your local retailers and put in your cup of coffee in the morning. Very smooth, nice draw. Again, I mean, I'm still getting a perfect razor burn around my cigar. The draw is still very smooth and light. The creaminess still coats my mouth nicely. Retrohale is still there. Cedar notes and everything else, again, haven't really gone down. But I am picking up a little bit more of the spice again towards the end of the cigar. A little bit in the pre-light that I was getting. Again, the spices come back, sort of giving me in the nose and the retrohale along with that cedar. So,
yeah, I would say that I'm getting more of the earth tone in my retrohale, more so now. And that could be the spiciness that we're referring to. Like I said, some of my other videos I've talked, certain people pick up different things. We are actually drinking scotch along with this, so that could definitely play a part in, what we're experiencing. But all in all, man, this is just a great cigar. It's lasted quite a good time. Like I said, I can only imagine just kind of sitting around with a nice cup of coffee in the morning, maybe on vacation or something. I think it should be a very relaxing cigar to do that with. It's definitely something that you want to definitely take your time and enjoy. We all have our everyday cigars that we often overlook. The complexity of the cigar. This is definitely not one of those cigars that I would say I would want to smoke every day and just burn through this thing just to say I had a cigar. This is definitely more of a special occasion cigar for me, in my opinion.
well, that has part to do with it because it's part of their unique series and they don't come out very often, so it makes it a little bit more special cigar. But I think I would actually change it if I could make this a daily smoke in the morning. I would. I think my boss would fire me if I was having a cigar every morning, but sometimes maybe worth it. Like I said, I think our total smoke time on this, the L40, maybe we're at just over an hour right now. And again, it's just, I still have maybe another 20 minutes left on the cigar. Good hour and a half smoke completely all the way through. I am fairly a slow smoker though. Usually before I puff, there's no embers left and things. So, the taste, it's a great cigar all the way around.
Absolutely.
Very amazing, good construction. Nothing, no hints of it even touching, a fall apart point or anything like that. It's just great. The ash falls off maybe about an inch and a half or so. I dropped one on you earlier, which you guys missed, but it happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all in all, great stick. Once again, my hats off to JD for coming out with just another great cigar. Until next time, you can always continue to follow us at www.cigarfellas.com. You can check out our new forum, our kind of brother forum, at stogiefriends.com. And to all the men and women of our armed forces, thank you very much for everything that you guys do for us. We definitely appreciate you guys. Come home safe. And until next time, I'm Moose.
I'm Trident. Met a couple of you guys around. Just want to give a little plug to the Cigar Factory outlet that they let us use their facility today.
Absolutely.
If you guys can see it in the background, probably the largest humidor in Michigan. Great selection of cigars all the way around. So if you guys are in Michigan or in the area, stop by and tell them we sent you and pick out a cigar.
Absolutely.
See you next time.
Take care.